ICMONTV. Of course, I'm your host, Benetra, the Boss Lady, and it is just my pleasure. I am excited about this interview that's getting ready to happen. It is just like long overdue. And today, I have in the studios with me none other than Miss Shirley Johnson. How are you doing, Miss Johnson?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Great. Such an honor to be here with you.
And if you all can see my little Kool-Aid grin that I got on my face right now, the reason why is because this young lady is actually my aunt, for some of you who like to hear the other way. You know I love you, Auntie.
Yes, and I love you too.
But, you know, to really put things out there for you, Miss Johnson, can you tell our viewers exactly who you are?
I am Shirley Ann Johnson. Some call me my Shirley, some call me Minister Johnson, but I am just Shirley Ann Johnson. And I'm a lifelong resident of Greenwood, South Carolina. I'm from a large family of 9. 8 living, included myself, and I have 3 wonderful children, grown children.
Yes.
And believe it or not, I have 20 grandchildren.
Woo!
10 great-grandchildren. And a lovely, wonderful son-in-law. So I'm in the company of a big family, and I love the Lord, and I'm here to talk with you, talk with my boss lady, Benetra, and have a great time today.
All right. Well, what she didn't tell you all was that she is an author.
Oh, okay.
And with that being said, we're getting ready to talk about the new book that she currently is getting ready, that's being released, and she's getting ready to do a book signing real soon. Now, first of all, the first book that you wrote.
This is my first book, and it's entitled Overcoming Adversity. And normally when people write books, they usually have one theme. In overcoming adversity, I have a lot of things. Things that I overcame, and with God's help, and thankfully not bitter. Came out of this not bitter but better. But now,
not bitter but better. I hope y'all caught that.
Not bitter but better. But now I see I'm walking my best version of me, Shirley. So I went from bitter to better to best.
Ah!
All right.
Now, when you wrote that book, Overcoming Adversity, what was your thought process? How did you come to that title?
Interesting. I used to be a great walker, but on one Sunday morning I was walking on my road that I live on, and when I got to the end of the road, I just heard it, just like you and I are talking. It's time to tell your story.
Okay.
And I'm like, what? And I looked around, and the words came to me, overcoming adversity. And I was like, what? Okay, Lord. So I went home, got dressed, I went to church, came back home, got out my pen and my phone, and I began to write. It was like my fingers were like a pen of a ready writer. He just gave me the words, and they just flowed. And I believe I wrote probably 5 chapters then, just writing.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, when they start writing books and stuff, they have what they call writer's block, or have a moment that they have to pull back. How long did it take you to write Overcoming Adversity?
Actually, it was about 6 years, and let me tell you why. Writer's block, I went through that for a little while, but it was more so the different things that I encountered in my life, like surgeries.
Right.
You know, you know about all the different surgeries I had, and going to school. I was teaching at the time. I'm also a retired educator. I was teaching in my regular job. I was teaching adult ed. I was working in the Glean.
So you was just doing a lot.
I was doing a lot. And what I did, I would put the book down, and I would pick it back up, put it down, pick it back up. So eventually I was like, okay. And when 2020 came, it was like a reality check, you know, and I think everybody
like, what are you
that.
doing?
Okay, it's time for you to finish this book. So I did. I finished it, and I released it in 2021.
Wow.
So the pandemic was was like my push.
Okay.
You know.
Well, speaking of push, we're going to push on out of here for a few minutes.
Okay.
We've got to pay some bills, so you all, hey, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after this message. You're watching ICM on TV. Do you like Italian or Sicilian cooking? Well, check out Olive Branch Mediterranean and Italian Grill. They have a wide variety of calzones made with their handmade dough, so whether steak, veggie, ham, or Italian, just to name a few, you can't go wrong. They also have organic salads, Olive Branch kebabs, gyro, beef, or chicken shish kebabs, Olive Branch specialty pizzas, Olive Branch pastas. Yes, I know you're getting the picture. Olive Branch Mediterranean Grill. Dine in or take out. You can't go wrong. Let Olive Branch cater your next event. Stop by today. The Olive Branch is located 109 Birch Tree Drive, Greenwood. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call them today, 864-407-4100. That's 864-407-4100. That's the Olive Branch.
Hi everyone, I am Shirley Ann Johnson, the author of Overcoming Adversity. I want to personally invite you to check out my second book, The Hand of God, which will be released on Saturday, April 20th at 5 p.m. at the SOAR building in the Heritage Square in Greenwood, South Carolina. It is only $20. If you can't make it to my book signing, you can also go on my website, shirleyjays.net, and purchase it there. I would love to see you there at my book signing, Saturday, April 20th at 5 p.m.
Barrett's Tire Store, located 3301 Highway 25 North, Hodges, South Carolina. Call them at 864-374-3183. Barrett's Flower and Convenience Store, Silk Cemetery Arrangements, snacks, hot dogs, and barbecue, gas, diesel, kerosene, and propane. Call them at 864-374-5555.
I'm Mac Hardy. Come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We open Tuesday through Saturday from 7:30 to 5. And we specialize in oil, tires, and brakes, wheelbarrows, CV axles. And but Middle Church discount is every day. And on Wednesday we have Senior Citizen Day. So come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We got everything you need. Thank you.
Welcome back to ICM on TV. Of course, I'm your host, Benetra, and my special guest,
Shirley Johnson.
woo, woo. She is an author, and we were just talking about her book, Overcoming Adversity, and pushing into doing what was needed to be done to get it released. You doing that. I think a lot of people had a special thing when it came down to the pandemic and COVID. COVID is the orchestrator of a lot of great things that has happened for people to make choices to push, to do whether you looked at the bad on it, I understand a lot of people got sick, you lost a lot of loved ones, but when it came down to just going forward and saying, hey, it's now or never.
Exactly.
So when you did that book, once Overcoming Adversity was finished and done, and you were looking at the actual hard copy, what was your first thought?
Excited.
Okay.
I was excited that God entrusted this book into my hands, because actually my life is open to the world. And when people read it, I've had some to say, why would you share such intimate things about your life, and you're so transparent and open? But for him to give me that command to do it, he knew that he would be with me through it. And I'm not ashamed of what I've gone through in my life, because after releasing the book, I've seen other people now going through what I overcame.
Right.
And I know that this book is not just for me. And you said the initial thought. But the first thing after I wrote the book, it was like, well, God, I can just put this. I don't have to publish it. Because a lot of things that I overcame, or that while I was writing about it, it was like it was out of me. It was released out of me. Thank you for that. It was released out of me. So I was like, no, I don't have to. But now I see the purpose of my book. Yes.
You heard me? The purpose.
I have a purpose.
Now, what we're at hand.
Oh, yes.
The hand of God.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. This is your second book.
This is my
show
second.
It to our viewers.
This is the proof copy. My other books, the published books are coming.
Okay.
They are on the way, but I will be signing this week and next week. But this is my proof copy, and when I got it in the mail, I was like, oh God, we really did it. Yeah. But this particular book is a sequel to Overcoming Adversity.
Okay.
And what it does, what I do with this book is I take you behind the curtain of my life, and I share intimate feelings, reflections, gut-wrenching thoughts about overcoming adversity. And a lot of times I was going through these situations and I didn't realize that it was the hand of God. And that's how the title came. When I sat back and began to read my first book, it was like God was orchestrating events in my life where I overcame, but I had to look and see his hand in all of it. Even some of my mistakes, even my failures, even my disappointments, my hurts, my pain. He was working it all together for my good. Woo. And that is one of my favorite scriptures.
You're preaching through the book.
Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to them who love God and to those who call according to his purpose. I have purpose, and his hand is on my life.
Right.
Yes.
So, you're getting ready to do a book signing that's going to be coming up soon. So, what is the date of the book signing and location?
Okay, my book signing will be on next Saturday, April 20th, 2024, and it will begin at 5 p.m. And it is at the building called SOAR. The
SOAR.
Spiritual Oasis for the Arts.
Yes.
Yes. And that is at 462 Suite G, Bypass 72, Northwest Greenwood.
Okay.
Here in Greenwood.
Yes.
What's that, Heritage Square?
Yes.
Yes, it's Heritage. Yeah. And I'm excited. It's going to be a joyous occasion too, Boss Lady. Let me tell you why. On this particular day that I'm having my book signing, 39 years ago, on that same day, Saturday, I was married to the most wonderful man.
No!
Yes. And I've dedicated my book to him.
Awesome.
Yes. A man who showed love, knew how to love. It was great. So,
look at you smiling. Then that was the hand of God. I'm going to say that.
Definitely.
This is a beautiful cover. And for those of you out there, I'm just going to encourage you that if you can't make it to the book signing itself, which is going to be April the 20th, as she said, how can they purchase your book?
Okay, you can purchase books from me by sending your Cash App to my Cash App, which is $, anointed, ANOINTED, the number 1, Shirley, SHIRLEY. I also have PayPal, I also have Zelle and Apple Pay. So you can send them to me and you can get your book signed, and you also get a free gift. You get my business card, you get a bookmark and you get a pen engraved with all my information on it. So
of course, she does have a website as well.
oh yes.
So
I have a website, shirleyjays.net. Please go on it. You can also purchase through my website the book, and just go on in and look at all the wonderful things on there.
ShirleyJays.net.
And I have an email address. You can email me if that's what you want to do. It's shirleya.johnson@yahoo.com.
Okay. Now, when it came time to this book, The Hand of God, was your same way of writing the first book the same way it was for the second book, or was it just a little bit easier?
Actually, it was easier. It was easier because I had gone through the process. And when you say easy, was it easy writing the thoughts or the process with book publishing? It was easy. It was very easy. In fact, my publisher said, I did such a great job with editing,
right,
that this book is being released a month early.
Awesome.
It was scheduled for May, but she said the editing process was easy, and the way I wrote it, they didn't have as much to do as I did with my first book.
Okay.
So that was
that's that school teacher, you know. But what I am going to say to all of you out there, this is, a blessing to have an author in the family. In fact, we got a couple. But The Hand of God, written by Shirley A. Johnson, my Aunt Shirley. And is there anything that you want to convey to our viewers in regards to your books, about you, or just anything?
Well, what I see in this particular book, something happened in my life spiritually while writing this book. There were some things that I went through that propelled me, and you will read about it, that propelled me to be a greater woman of God. I would say that I was. It causes me to look within myself even more, to reflect more, to allow myself not to be involved in drama.
Gotcha.
This book has really caused me to self-reflect.
Self-reflect, separate. I understand all that.
Too, Yeah, and I'm still outgoing. And I pray even more. It's like a one-on-one time with God. Yeah, it's that. And then I see people, and I just go in for them. And I want to talk to. This book will reach young people, middle-aged, women, men, everybody. In fact, my grandson, 5 years old, has bought this book, pre-ordered a copy, because he says, "Granny, I want to read your book." 5 years old, and his mother bought him a copy. So awesome. I know that this book is going to reach people in general, everybody.
Okay. Now, is there a favorite excerpt or something in there that you've got, neither one of the books, something that's specific?
Something that's specific. Anointed with newness. That's my chapter 3.
Anointed with newness.
Anointed with newness. I know for me now, I don't know about other authors, but for me to write this book, I know that God's anointing is on my life. And while writing this book, people ask me, how do you remember all this stuff that happened to your life, way back 49 years ago? I was saved on December 5th, 1975. And when I say I went through overcoming adversity from that time all the way up to now. So that's 49 years ago. And it seems like my life has gone full circle.
Right.
Yeah. Writing this book, it has gone. I've seen the hand of God in so many situations where I went through here that He's rectifying. He's causing me to let go of a lot of things that hurt me. I just let it go.
And see,
And that's
the hand of God, and technically the healing.
Healing, yes. There's
all of that in one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And one thing I want to tell people what I'm doing with Facebook this week and all next week, I'm giving them tidbits of things that's in my book.
Right. So you get little excerpts.
Yes.
All week long, leading
long.
up into the book signing. Again, that's going to be happening April the 20th at SOAR. You're going to have books on hand.
Yes, books will be there.
And people can actually get, she's going to be signing, putting that little John Hancock on their books. And hopefully you all will most definitely come out and in groves, come out and support this book, again, The Hand of God, written by Shirley A. Johnson. And I'm proud to say this is my aunt. So for those of you out there, go out and support, okay? Auntie, I thank you for taking time out to stop in for ICMONTV, and for all of you out there who are constantly viewing. Share this, tell everybody else as well that they need to come out and support Miss Shirley Johnson with her new book, and she'll have some copies of Overcoming Adversity as well, so you can get the first and the second at the same time. Okay?
Of course.
Yes, we got to do that. All right. Well, again, thank you. I love you, and of course, you got to give me my hug.
Oh, wow! Thank you. They can pre-order too.
They can pre-order.
They pre-order. Yes, I'm already
Well, like she
signing
said,
them.
you can pre-order. She can pre-order them, and she'll get that in for you again. But thank you for watching ICMONTV. Badcock Home Furniture and More, located 716 Highway 28 Bypass, Abbeville, South Carolina, and 1302 Bypass 72 Northeast Greenwood. Call them at 864-366-5954.
Every day,
Mac Hardy, come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We open Tuesday through Saturday from 7:30 to 5. And we specialize in oil, tires, and brakes, wheelbarrows, CV axles. And but military discount is every day. And on Wednesday we have Senior Citizen Day. So come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We got everything you need. Stay.
Hi everyone, I am Shirley Ann Johnson, the author of Overcoming Adversity. I want to personally invite you to check out my second book, The Hand of God, which will be released on Saturday, April 20th at 5 p.m. at the SOAR building in the Heritage Square in Greenwood, South Carolina. It is only $20. If you can't make it to my book signing, you can also go on my website, shirleyjays.net, and purchase it there. I would love to see you there at my book signing, Saturday, April 20th at 5 p.m.